Hi, I'm going to present my study proposal for you guys tonight. My proposal was around food insecurities for college students with a focus around mental issues that come with food insecurities. With food insecurities, there can be a lot of different things such as depression, there could be obesity, um, thoughts of suicide, but one focus that I wanted to just go and be able to prepare and compare would be the mental issue side of food insecurities. So the research question that I posed are what are the differences in college students mentally who suffer from food insecurities if they have access to a SNAP benefit? And the hypothesis was, will a student suffer less mentally if they do have access to a SNAP benefit? Um, some of the research, or most of the research that I have found, was that 29% of college students do suffer from food insecurity. And as of 2019, in the fall semester, at the beginning of the fall semester, there was 19.9 million students across the United States, and that was undergraduate, graduate students, full and part-time. If you take 29% of that, there's approximately 5,771,000 students across the United States that suffered from food insecurities. And along with that, like I said, a lot of them do suffer mentally from that, which causes them to do poorly in school. A lot of times they drop out. Their attendance, their attention, their grades suffer. So with food insecurity, other than being malnourished, a lot of things can happen with your psychological, physical being. Um, as far as sampling went, I wanted to go with a random sampling, and the way that I would do that would be college students who actually participated in a food pantry program. Those would be the people that I would randomly pick from um, to do this study for me. Um, um, I wanted to get about 50 participants minimum. Um, the kind of design that I would choose is called the Beck Depression Inventory. I found that, and that already has 21 questions that allows the participant to self evaluate or rate their depression. So that would be, I think, a really good place to start as far as looking at the mental side of a college student. I would also add a few other questions in the survey, such as, do you participate in the SNAP program, since that's what I'm wanting to look at for those who do and do not. So that's where I would start with that. I would also add a few other questions, such as, have you missed any meals in the last 2 weeks? And in the last 2 weeks, have you had to go without food? So those would be a couple of things so I could tell about food insecurity, their mental status, and do they participate in the SNAP program. As far as keeping confidentiality, I would only know the participants as numbers. I would not use any names when I send out emails asking for participants to participate. I would not ask for, I would let them know definitely that we wouldn't be using their name. They would not be identified at all, that they would just be identified by a number. The independent variable, again, is food insecurities in college students, and the dependent variable would be mental issues. What are the different stages of the mental issues that go along with that? The way that this would benefit the target population, which is our college students and the social workers, is if I can prove this hypothesis that if they could get on the SNAP program, would that help them? The college student would have a social worker who would be able to advocate for them, be able to take the results and go and show that if we could just reevaluate the SNAP program to redo some of the eligibility for a college student to be able to get the benefits, it would increase a lot of different things, such as more healthy, more physically healthy, and more mentally healthy. along with that, the college student would, the social worker would be able, when they have a client that's a college student and they come in and they're suffering from depression, this would be another avenue that they could look at. Like, are they suffering from food insecurity? Are they getting enough food to keep them mentally stable, physically stable, and things like that? So there's a lot of things that can be benefited from this study. But the biggest thing is there's like 11 different qualifications for a student to be able to get the SNAP benefits, and most of them would not qualify. And the last time during the pandemic, they did go in and try to get that those qualifications, those eligibility waived, and it did not pass. So as of right now, there is a lot of eligibility requirements for a college student to get the SNAP benefits, and it would be so beneficial for a college student, especially in this day and time, to benefit from this study and from the SNAP program. Thank you, and you guys have a good night and have a great rest of the semester.